Dr. Emily Blair with Blue Sky Chiropractic.
And I'm Coach Sandra West with Square One Fitness.
Today we are going to be going over the Quadruped Rockback. Great exercise for folks that with low back pain. It helps open up your back and stabilize your back. So the quadruped position will look familiar to folks that do yoga. It looks similar to the cat-camel position, but it's a different concept. The setup is fairly similar. You do want your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your pelvis, so maybe bring your knees forward a tiny bit there. Good. Toes are tucked under. Good. The idea on this one is you want what's called a neutral spine. So the example I like to use is you could rest a little apple here, and there's just going to be a little curve in your low back. As Sandra brings her butt back toward her heels, she's going to do a good job of keeping a little curve there. That will separate out your vertebra and add a little space in here. A lot of folks' low back is pretty jammed up and compressed because they have all these tight muscles squeezing their back. So you may not go very far back, and that's fine. Taking a look at what's happening in the shoulder blades, I'd like Sandra to push up into my hands here. Good. Make sure there's not a crease in your neck. There's a tendency people want to do this with their neck, and that creates a crease. So think of keeping your head lined up with your shoulders, lined up with your pelvis. Good. And think of separating here. Your head is lengthening forward as your butt is lengthening back. You should feel a really good stretch down your entire spine. Good. So you can rock back and forth as much as you would like. Bonus points if when you're down in this position, you take some nice deep breaths so that you feel your belly pushing into your thighs because you're breathing so far down. Again, the idea of this homework is opening up your low back, but also stabilizing it with a good diaphragmatic breathing. Some common issues that we'll see with this one is people want to curl their hands up. You'll see sort of a clawing of the hands. One way to think about getting rid of that is picture this first joint right here on your index finger. Think about pushing that down into the ground. You do want to feel your hands engaging with the floor during this exercise. Another common thing we'll see is people just arching their back up here, sagging their back too much here. Again, this is about neutral spine. It's thinking about if there was a stick from here to here to here, it would all line up. So it may take a while for you to get that body awareness. Obviously, if you're here in the office or in a class, we can work with you on that. But at home, just try to keep these concepts in mind. Another thing I'd like you to look out for is when you bring your butt back toward your heels, that you're not tucking your butt under. This is putting flexion in your low back, which may not be ideal for you. You want to keep room for a little apple to nestle in here. That will keep your spine neutral and allow for good expansion. A careful observer may notice that this pattern looks familiar. It is a squat pattern. If we flipped Sandra up vertically, she would be in a squat. And you can, of course, go into a squat and stand from this position if you're feeling super ambitious.